Today, we'll be diving into DeWalt's different tiers of abrasives, decode some of the colors and part numbers, and look at applications each is designed for specifically. These include thin gauge cutting, general cutting, grinding, and deburring. These abrasives can be used for a variety of tools such as angle grinders, chop saws, gas saws, and die grinders. Let's break down how to choose the right one for your task and understand how to read the specs on each wheel. Let's start with knowing how to speak DeWalt for their abrasives. Reading left to right, you will see your wheel diameter, thickness, and arbor size near the top. Below that, you'll find the wheel type, which is either Type 1 or Type 27. Type 1 is a flat cutting wheel, ideal for full-length cuts, while Type 27 is for angled or flush cutting and offers better visibility. Then it will state the application type and a color-coded ANSI standard marking system, where red is ferrous metal, green is concrete, gray is aluminum, blue is stainless steel, yellow is pipeline grinding, orange is ductile pipe, and black is asphalt. Side note: did you know ANSI is a voluntary standard for abrasives, so really inexpensive options, not backed by reputable brands, probably do not even work to comply? Think about that nickel you save next time that an extra cheap wheel spinning at 13,000 RPM slams into a chunk of steel. Now, let's look at each of DeWalt's abrasive series in more detail, starting with the general purpose cutting wheels. These are entry-level price point abrasives designed for efficiency and fast cutting across various metals. Featuring a custom blend of aluminum oxide grains and a thin wheel design, these wheels deliver clean cuts with minimal burr, reducing the need for secondary processing. Built with 2 sheets of fiberglass, these wheels are durable, providing up to 2.5 times the life compared to other entry-level abrasives. While being their lowest priced option, DeWalt is not going to put their name on junk. These are still very respectable abrasives, ideal for when you have many applications, different materials, different users, and don't know what you might need day to day. These are perfect for cutting angle iron, structured steel, thin-walled and heavy-walled pipes, rebar, concrete, stainless steel, cast iron, and ductile iron. Sizes include 4 inches by 1.25 and 5/8 metal and stainless grinding wheel for $3.19 and 4.5 by 0.45 inches by 7/8 aluminum oxide abrasive cutoff blade for $1.09. Then 40 grit zirconia T27 flap discs at 4.5 by 7/8 for $3.79 and 40 grit and 80 grit T29 flap discs 4.5 by 5/8 for $4.79 each. Next up is the HP series, which is their step up. These cutoff wheels are built for aggressive, fast cuts and feature heavy-duty aluminum oxide grain and a proprietary material mix for their extended life. With 2 full sheets of fiberglass, they're built to last and designed for safety. Sizes include 2.5 by 0.35 by 1.25 inches, a 36T metal and stainless cutting and grinding wheel for $1.19, 4.5 by 0.040 by 7/8 T1 fast cutoff wheel for $1.19, 4 inches by 0.045 by 5/8 metal and stainless cutting, and 6 inch by 0.40 by 7/8 cutting wheel for $1.49. Then, HP Max Trim trimmable backer flap disc for $5.09. The slightly higher price point is more than realized when you are doing a lot of repetitive cutting. You will see savings over a standard work week with continued use, which is why this is our typical recommendation for many customers. The HP series wheels are ideal for angled iron, structural steel, various pipe sizes, rebar, and thick plate, with stainless aluminum specific options for optimal performance. Finally, the top of the line, the Elite Series. Designed for high-intensity applications, Elite Series wheels also offer up to 2.5 times the lifespan compared to competitors. They're made with heat-treated, densely packed crystalline grains, providing more cutting edges and less space, which translates to fast, smooth, and powerful cuts. Elite Series wheels can cut through tough materials like rebar, heavy wall pipe, stainless steel, and high nickel alloys. They're designed to keep you working longer with fewer wheel changes in demanding conditions. Of course, these will cut the full range of materials just fine, but typically when you get into those harder materials and tougher applications, you'll know it, and that's when the performance really shows. If you are looking to cross over from other ceramic wheels you've used, the Elite Series is ideal. While the more expensive option per wheel from DeWalt, these are often a big savings compared to similar competitors such as Norton or 3M. Sizes include 4.5 by 0.45 ceramic abrasive cutoff blade with 7/8 arbor for stainless and mild steel cutting for $1.49, 4.5 by 1/4 inch by 7/8 steel ceramic abrasive cutoff wheel for $6.69, 4.5 by 1/4 inch by 5/8 grinding wheel for $7.19, and 6 inch by 0.45 ceramic abrasive chop / cutoff blade with 7/8 arbor for stainless and mild steel cutting for $1.99, and 7 inch by 1/4 by 5/8 grinding wheel for $11.59. Then 40 grit, 60 grit, and 80 grit T29 XP ceramic flat discs, 4.5 by 7/8 for $6.09 each. So how do you know which level of abrasive abrasive is right for you and your organization. Unfortunately, to really dial in the most cost-effective abrasives to use can be a very scientific process. If you just make a few cuts here and there, any of these are good options. When it gets into the thousands and tens of thousands of cuts, and cost of materials and labor can really add up, and that's when we need to bring in the big guns. DeWalt and their team of abrasive specialists will travel with our sales team to your shop or job site and run actual field tests comparing your different abrasives with corresponding DeWalt options and show real-world results. From what we've seen majority of the time, there is savings in time and money. This is why we are also recommending DeWalt abrasives more and more often. Even though we have a lot of options for abrasives, we are really impressed by this strategy of winning the business at the job site and in the fab shop. We would love to see this with more manufacturers and more new products as they're released. So whether you're doing general cutting with the general purpose wheels, taking on tougher jobs with the HP series, or going for the ultimate durability and performance with the Elite series, you can purchase yours today at Ohio Power Tool.
Have any other questions? Leave a comment. Call us. Email us. Fax us. We'd love to hear from you. Want to see more of our content? Leave a like. Subscribe. Or check out one of these videos. Thanks for watching. Get back to work.
Real world results.